Hello, guys. Say, GB, William, how's the audio sound? Say, Robert. You doing, Kevin? How's the world treating y'all guys? Doing, Michael Russia? I'd like to give y'all some Looney Tooney this weekend. Where is the Bigfoot? Robert is still stuck in that tree about 40 foot up. I went yesterday to fly and went and checked on it. She's glued in there, buddy. I'll probably have to wait till all the leaves come off the trees before I can get it. But from the field side, you can't see it. You have to walk inside the woods, get in about 15 feet behind the tree, look up, and about 40 feet up, you can see some red there. So it's barely visible to the naked eye, but hopefully I'll be able to punch it out with some PVC pipe this fall. I ain't give up on it. Not at all. I haven't given up on it. Victor R.C. Jet, thank you, sir, for the PayPal donation last weekend. Thumbs up to you, brother. Say, pal Ryan. I've got some special coconut curls for Dave Marshall if he shows up. It's got some good ingredients in it. It'll give him some golden locks. Hello, Christy. I went down there yesterday, and I don't know if y'all know or not, but back in April, I wrecked my bearcat, my wildcat, and out here in April, it took a 200-foot spiral of death to the pavement out here in front of my neighbor's house, right in the middle of the road, and it kind of crunched everything in the plane except the wings. And I rebuilt it and I flew it for the first time yesterday. My first flight with it, I realized I didn't have no up elevator on it at all. And I put as much trim in the up as the radio would allow me. I flipped it up in high rates and I was able to move it around with that. And I landed with 3.94 in the sail. And what I did, I moved the push rod up one hole up in the control horn on the elevator. And I left the radio alone, maxed out up elevator trim in the radio. and I flew it, and it flew like a dream. But I've still got to get back in there and rework the elevator. It hit the pavement so hard out there that it knocked all the servos off center. And I didn't think the way the plane's acting here at home, doing tests with it, didn't seem like it off centered it, but evidently I had to do both ailerons and the wings because they got jarred off so bad. I had to readjust those. And I found out yesterday my elevator servo was knocked off also. So I've got to get that recentered and get all that trim back out of my radio. But I got a good flight on it yesterday. I hand tossed it 3 times with 2 packs, and you couldn't ask for a better flying warbird than the F4F wildcat parkzone. It just done wonderful. To see the bird completely destroyed and get a flight back out of it again, I was just tickled. Oh, George Watts, welcome to the show where anything's possible. I went flying yesterday because FedEx was supposed to have brought my bearcat today. This thing behind me, I didn't know what time today they was going to drop it off, so I was going to make sure I was going to be at home for it. So I flew yesterday evening late instead of flying today. Both days have been perfect for flying. Yesterday there was no wind yesterday evening. I got 2 flights on my parkzone wildcat, and I got 1 flight on my P-51 Mustang, and got 1 night flight with my UMX Turbo Timber. And after that flight, it was so dark, I was loading all my stuff up in the dark in the truck. So it was a good little flight. George, we was talking about how long it took me to get down there to the flying field. I punched in home on my GPS on my truck when I was down there. It said I'd be home in 38 minutes. So it took me getting up on the interstate for about 7 or 8 miles on that trip to get there in 38 minutes. But if I go different routes, it's 38, I'd say 38 to 45 minutes away from here. So it's not really bad. But they hadn't cut the grass at the field. It's really getting out of hand. I tied a piece of orange ribbon to a post down there, but they ain't got no windsock up. And I tied about 10, 12-inch piece of plastic orange ribbon to it. So whoever goes down there flying, they can see what direction the wind's blowing. But I had a good overtime. It was a good flight yesterday overall. Nightbot, he don't say hi very much, Christy. I'm glad everybody dropped in, guys. The humidity is way down this weekend, and no rain. It's been perfect for flying this weekend. Saturday and Sunday today. Been perfect in Tennessee. I think they got it rained back in the forecast around midweek. So I'm not sure. Pilot Ryan, you be lurking. I got hats off to you, sir, for dancing last night on your show. That was the best part of it, watching you dance. Ha 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 ha. Everybody's telling me this bearcat behind me is like big batteries. Still heavy. I don't know. But everybody's flying 3300s in at 3S. I might slap in a 1800 rolling top 4S in it. I don't know. Got some 4S 3300s. That might be a little bit too much. I got an 1800 rolling tops that's, I think they're 100C. I don't know which way I'm gonna go with it yet. I'll find out the CG on the bearcat. I think Pilot Ryan flew a 3300 in his. And right now, 4S 3300 is all I have. GB, you missed Pilot Ryan dancing last night. It was funny. Pilot Ryan, you had a lot of people in the chat last night. That's a good deal. A lot of people. I'm thinking you're getting a lot of surface guys in there too. So, hats off. Yeah, you was rocking and rolling last night with a chat. I noticed Guniac just went live with a golden hour right before my show clicked on. So I don't know how many people's over there watching Guniac fly jets. These days you just set a time and go live. That's the way it is. I don't mean to step on nobody, but I don't mean to anyway. I've had this spot for several weeks now, so I ain't planning on giving it up. Somebody else goes live while I'm alive, so it is what it is. We had a pretty good time in there, George, in Ryan's chat last night. I'm gonna try to bring up a clip and show y'all of how mangled this park zone warbird was mangled up. Let y'all see the carnage of it. Now, then I'm going to try to show you my flight I had. I don't have any video for him yet, but I've got a clip of it. I might can show you. It might not have no sound in it, but it'll show you my flight from a wreck plane that I rebuilt. So give me a second. I don't have no lorry to set things up and switch cameras and stuff. So bear with me a second. That didn't show me nothing. Let me see here. This right here. There's the front of the motor right there, guys. It busted up all the front end, busted the motor mount, busted up the firewall, knocked the battery case out, knocked the ESC loose out. The receiver got knocked loose, knocked a hole in my canopy there. I never did fix that. It broke the rudder off, and the horizontal stab only found one side of it in the carnage. And with a few parts I bought, I was able to. That was the only piece I found. It's only one side of the stabilizer, horizontal. So it's pretty much a basket case, but I like to rebuild stuff, and I'm gonna try to show you the flight that I had yesterday with it. So give me a second, see if I can get this back up. This ain't the format I want, I don't think. Let me open this up in a different format, guys. Here you go. This is my third battery pack after I moved the push rod in the elevator to a different hole and got more authority with it. But I was real happy with the flights I got out of it. Although it ain't perfect, but still got some more work to do on it to get it flying like it should be. I was flying it at high rates right here, but I had enough bank angles in the elevator to push up or down, pull around. So I did change out the prop. It's got a 10x5 ACP on it right now because in the crash I didn't realize that it's the shaft is bent a little bit, and I put that little thin 9x6 that came on it. Sounded like a little buzz saw. I thought it was going to vibrate plumb off, so it's flying with a little bent shaft in it right now. I'll probably just put a new motor in it before it's over with. It's got a 480 960 kV motor in it, a 30 amp ESC. I just put a 10x5 on it, ACP, and let her go. So she's booking pretty good right there, guys. Y'all get to see that, guys? It wouldn't show it. I'll probably have to wait and show you the flight in a video then after I make it. It's the way this StreamYard works. It's hard to transition from one to another. But it'll work out. Hello, Jeff Custom. Flipping Clemens. Howdy, sir. Yeah, that's the problem, getting it to get in and share the file in there. It's hard with StreamYard. But what I'll do, I'll make it'll be a revisit parkzone flight for y'all for the wildcat. It's flying good yesterday from a total wreck back in April. It's still not right, but it's flyable right now. So I'm happy with that. Y'all give me a few days, I'll make a video up on the flight I had with it. Doing Jackson RC. Glad you made it, sir. Wildcat flies good, GB. I don't care who you are. If people don't ever fly Wildcat for the very first time, if you don't fall in love with it, something's wrong with you. It's like bee to a honey. Michael's here for the comedy. I don't know where you find that at. Gosh, I got some good old coconut curls tonight. And drinking lollipops. Yeah, I hope my bearcat flies as good as my wildcat, and I'll be a happy camper. I'm so out of practice on flying this summer. I haven't flown that much. God, I'm rusty. I took about 2 or 3 months off from flying this summer, and now I've been flying the past 2 weekends, and things coming back together. But I'll be flying more this fall as heat breaks away. I gotta get that park down there to mow and get the club to mow the runway. This is a deal that they got worked out down there. Sanders Ferry Park mows the entire park, including the airfield. But our club goes in and mows around the tables real low, or taxi strips, and the runway the club takes care of. And they mow it down to the ground. And until they get that down, it's like problems right now. Because yesterday, it's growed another week since I was down there. Let me see, I flew last Sunday and I flew yesterday on a Saturday. So it's been nearly a week on growing. Ain't nothing been cut. And the club is basically nobody's using the club because of COVID-19. Nobody wants to socialize down there. And when I go down there, I'm the only guy flying. And that's okay with me. COVID ain't going to keep me from flying. I'm going to go down there when I get ready and go flying. And the way it is. But I wish they'd maintenance the grass. It's just hard to get warbirds and stuff off the ground. I fly a bunch of tail draggers, and just wish they'd manicure it a little bit. Might take them a while to get on on cue. Club presidents, he told me there's more than every 2 weeks. So if I go next weekend to fly, we'll see what it looks like. Right now, it looks pretty bad. So y'all couldn't see that flight video at all. Well, that's a pisser. Hello, Mike Keller. What's a good word up in Michigan? Well, George, our field is not shut down due to COVID. The club members don't want to go down and socialize and use it. That's my understanding. The club is open. The field is open to fly every day if you want to. But what I'm seeing, they're not taking care of it. The grass is pretty tall in there. I got 2 battery packs in the Wildcat flown out. 1 pack in my P-51 Mustang flown out, and 1 battery pack out of the little UMX Turbo Timber, and I left it for last because of nav lights on it. And when I finished up it, it's completely dark. I was scrambling to get things loaded in the truck to leave. I agree with you, Christy. 2 weeks is unacceptable. I'm not a paid member of that club yet, but if I was, I'd be raising hell probably. I really can't say anything because I'm just down there flying with this AMA license. So I can't really raise Cain with them. So anybody been flying? Any of y'all on this air bearcat I got behind me? I know Pilot Ryan's had one. I don't know if he still got it or not. That'd be nice if it's mowed once a week, George. Ryan Chambers, you done the hangar? I don't, George. The problem down there, see, the club's only mowing just a taxi runway and the runway, and that's it. The park is mowing the rest. That's why they don't charge that much for membership. Now I'm not sure who's doing it, but looks like they're doing it with a push mower because they're keeping it clipped pretty low. You can tell it's been manicured lower than the rest of the lot. So once they get it cut, it'll be nice. You'll probably be able to fly EDF jets off of it real easy. But I'm gonna tell you something. Those trees on that lakefront over there across from the tables, oh, they'll get you in trouble. The club president's trying to get the Corps of Engineers to remove the trees because they're becoming a hazard. Back when they first opened the club, the trees hadn't grown that much and it wasn't a big issue. But now you've got to go in at such of an angle to drop back in. He said it's becoming dangerous. So he's working on that. The club president is. His name is Lynn. It wouldn't hurt my feelings for them to cut them trees down. I've got a plane up in one of them. How you doing, Kenny? Yeah, I got a bearcat. I told you I bought it on your show Thursday night, didn't I? I got it today, and FedEx brought it to the door around 12:30 today. So hats off to Hobby Zone. Kenny's in the house. Yeah, Dan does a pretty good job on shipping. I bought this like 1:30, 2 o'clock a.m. Thursday or Friday morning. It was Friday morning, and I had it at my door from Michigan at 12:30 today, FedEx. So that's not bad. Turn around. These Arab um, planes, the warbirds, they remind me so much of the parkzone brand. Really like them. And before it's over with, I'm gonna buy the 51 Mustang, and I'm gonna buy the P-47, the Jug. I don't really like the yellow and red T-28 that much. I don't really like the colors. I've never flown a tricycle, so if I do decide to buy that one, it'd be the very last one I buy. So I've got the 50 millimeter Vipers from theirs. I got two of them. The Bigfoot, and now I've got the Bearcat. So I like the T-28 flies amazing. I believe in that GB, but I want the carbon fiber one. I want the big one. That's the one I'm after, not 1100 millimeter one. I want the big one. That's what I want to fly. Carbon fiber. Like the one John's got. That thing's badass. Oh, yeah, I want the carbon fiber T-28. Yeah, it fly good down there at the park. If I had it. Yeah, the Z. Carbon Z. Kenny. I imagine the Air's T-28 flies good too. I thought I'd snatch up a bearcat. It was made pretty much like the wildcat. And I truly just love the wildcat the way it flies. You know, I probably love the bearcat too. I just love warbirds. Civilian planes is okay. The high wing stuff, I like them too, but I'm not much into jets, guys. Um, I still fly a lot of prop planes, and that's where I'm at in the hobby. I'm not into jets very much. I rather fly a prop plane, whip it around, go fast. One day I'll get my 300 extra out and take it down there. Once they get that the grass cut real low, where I can take the 300 extra down there and get it off the ground real fast. I'll mount a camera on it, and I'm gonna give y'all some aerial flights from there. Nightbot timed you out for 5 seconds. Let's see what you wrote, buddy. Oh, all thumbs up. Sorry about that, buddy. Nightbot. RC this. Nightbot program. If you do stuff like that, it just automatically, they think it's spamming. So he will get on to you. I made you a moderator. RC this. So you're cool. That's why not bought an axe. They think if you're spamming my chat, uh, he might put you on timeout. I thought I had it turned off, but I guess he called it. So it's just programmed in, but I've got it disabled. I don't know why he did that, but Nightbot, he can act up sometimes. Love the bear. I haven't even took it out of the box or looked at it. The box come in today at 12:30, and I took it out of the shipping container. It's about it. Don't look like there's no holes punched in the box, so it come in okay shape. I'm hoping it did anyway. Y'all only got 2 more days to get these. You're gonna get the airplanes on sale. So I think you're going to end on the 8th. You got today, tomorrow, 2 more days. That's it. I thought I'd jump on the. Yeah, go to Hobby Zone. Hit somebody who's got a. Yeah, there's a sale going on. Hobby Zone. You can hit affiliated links. You use Pilot Rhymes. You can use GB Linden's. If y'all want to, put y'all's links in the description. Pilot Ryan and GB for RC this. I don't have affiliate links. Doing Chief Hamilton's Hanger. You get, I think it was $20 off of the Bigfoot. You get $30 off the warbirds. I think they got $40 off on the MiG 29. So it's a pretty decent sale. I've bought two since the beginning of it. This bird here, the 1100 F8F bearcat, regular $199. You get $30 off. You get it for $169.99. So it's got good trunnion retracts, electric retracts in it. It's got full working flaps in it. Can't go wrong. And every airplane I've bought and had so far, they're excellent built. And there's guys out there that knows who's building them, but I can't say for sure. RC Explorer, glad to have you back, buddy. Pilot Ryan just put a link in there. Go to pilotryanmedia.com, click on Hobby Zone logo off of his webpage. And it'll take you right to Hobby Zone. Hit the area planes and type in the code is, I'll put it in the chat for you. There's the code. When you check out, type that in your code, and it'll discount your planes for you. And Pilot Ryan's going to send me a cut of that 10%. Ha 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 ha. He's giving me a thumb down. All my live shows, I get this thumb down. It's got to be the same asshole. Got to be. I'm from Tennessee, United States of America. Where you from, RC this? I'm just south of the Mason-Dixon line. I'm just kidding with Pilot Ryan. I'm glad he shows up in my live chats. America, America. You're in Western Kentucky? George Watts lives just in Elizabethtown. You near Bowling Green? I got a brother who lives up in Cromwell, Kentucky. You're from Madisonville, Kentucky. Okay. You ever heard of Morgantown and Beavertown, Hartford, going up towards Owensboro? My brother's got a about 65-acre farm up there out in the boonies called Cromwell near the Green River. That's cool. I'm getting all these Kentucky folks around here. Guys, y'all hadn't subbed to my channel, y'all sub and hit the notification bell when I go live so y'all don't miss my videos, and hit the notification bell. So I do this live stream every Sunday night after the Mary Boozers. They usually go about an hour between 7 and 8 Central Time, and I go on at 8:30 Central Time. It's 9:30 Eastern Time, and I'm on an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. It all depends on how many people shows up. Fred Barron's in the house. Hope your hands get to feeling better, Fred. Thank you, RC. This. Make sure you hit the bell. I don't beg for subs. It is what it is. I just do this for entertainment, hang out with some RC friends. Like to fly, like to make flight videos, like to hang out, like to drink beer. What else can I say? That I'm about out. But I come prepared. It's as simple as that. Brand new one. Hanging out with me is like going to a smoky bar and drinking beer and hanging out with your buddies. That's the way it is. And if I was at the bar, I'd be dressed like this. So there you go. Nothing special here. You're doing, Spencer Keith? Summer Shanty's good. I'll get into some dark lager for the winter. or some white Russians. Drinking. I'll probably get into vodka this winter. I like good cold beer in the summer months. It won't be long, it'll be winter. I really dread winter. Radio controlled classifieds. Have we met? Radio controlled classifieds. I hope what you've heard about me is good. We are prepared to launch. Where are you launching? Before I kick you out of my chat. Thank you, Fred. I hope I love it too. It just got here today. I know you've flown yours in front of the school. You like it. Everybody says it flies great. I love the way it looks. Spencer, I make a good bouncer. Yep, that's me. Ethan, playing a guitar, good thing. Keep it up. Radio controlled classifieds. I don't know who you are, but I'm fixing to out you out of here. Because we're not advertising and YouTube studio ready, only running in the background. Well, you sub to my channel, we'll talk, and I'll give you a wrench. Until then, I'm glad you dropped in. You've been flying for 31 years. That's a good deal. Where you from? Because firstly, me and you've never met, and I'd like to know more about you. You use a 4S 2200. Fred, I got a 4S 1800 that weighs 200 grams, roaring top. I wonder how that would do in that bird, in the bearcat. The only 4S's I've got that's big is 4S 3300s. I fly on my 300 extra, and I've got some roaring top 1800s. Roaring tops. I think they're 100 C packs. They weigh 200 grams. I like to use some of this coconut curl before I start kicking people out. Moved to Kentucky from Silicon, California 4 years ago. You think everybody will think I'm spamming with my YouTube channel. I had to check your channel out. You sub to me and I'll sub to you, brother. That's all I can do. And I'll check out your channel. I'm going to go ahead and give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to make you a moderator. If you act up, I'm going to kick you out for good. But you're a moderator right now. Radio control classifieds. Welcome to my show. YouTube Studio won't never be fixed. They took the creator away, and that was the best format they had. But I hate the way they got it set up now. That's like Facebook. They changing the way it looks, the way it functions. They won't leave well enough alone. They got to change stuff all the time, make you relearn it. Like I really want to relearn something at my age. What kind of videos you got up? Radio control? Anything? You don't have no videos up? That's a good one, GB. I ain't got time to fool with it, Michael, right now. If you're a hack job, you won't be around long, radio control. I'll tell you that now. And I'll know if you're a hack job, buddy. There ain't nothing to advertise here. I've been spammed in my comments of videos, live shows. Now I got some little cute little chick with boobs telling me, saying, "Lovely, can I be your girlfriend?" This better not be no spamming. So I'll kick you out of my chat and report you faster than you woke up this morning. So right now, we on good terms, brother, until I find out otherwise. You're not one of my regulars I hang out with. Okay. On my YouTube, Instagram, my email account, you can go to my homepage and find out Facebook account. You can click on links just about everywhere on my channel and find me. And you might find too much, but I'm one of them square off guys. I got a square off place. Yeah, and I got that Pornhub account, Robert. I'm glad you dropped in, buddy. Thanks for the sub. Some guy showed porn in one of my live shows one night. I thought I knew who he was. So I'm very cautious in who I'm dealing with nowadays. Had a guy put on somebody cutting their fingers off before. But it's all good. My channels can be anything. But basically, it's an RC channel. We fly planes. We talk about surface, but mostly our RC planes. It's all good. Now, if you had big boobs on Instagram sending me messages trying to catfish me over to hangout to talk, I know something's up, buddy. Yeah, I was born during the day, but it wasn't yesterday. Ricer, you got to be picky nowadays, buddy. Double D's, Christy. Yeah, we can have some hot tub confessions, Robert. Oh, mate. That's going to be a one hot subject one night. It's hot tub confession. And I know all y'all got some. That's what we're going to talk about all night is the backseat taxi confessions and hot tub confessions. I know that's going to be a winner. Most of these people that's in this chat, guy, can fly the crap out of planes, RC planes. And most of them got YouTube channels. So if you want to, check everybody's channel out that's in this chat and subscribe to them. A lot of good knowledge here for these guys. I talk about that on my OnlyFans, Randy. Hot tub confessions. That just makes me want to shake my head, Robert. Y'all come to down here to Tennessee, and I got a local bar down here in the country. It's right down here at the 4-way in. We all meet up down there and have some drinks. What's going on, Wild Bill? How's the dude in the white van in the desert with a shovel? How's he doing? You got to love Wild Bill. He drives out in the desert, opens up the back, throws the shovel out, then gets his RC plane out and flies it around a little bit. The curler is to help grease them landings, Robert. Oh, this has got some good stuff in it. Let me take my glasses off so I can read it. Coconut oil, sweet honey, citrus oil, curl style milky. You know that's a winner. You know Dave Marshall's going to try to steal that from me. I'm like that guy in the Roman, what was his name? Russell Crowe in the Gladiator, where he's down in the arena after he kills the gladiator. He looks up and he says, "Aren't y'all entertained?" That's so funny. We just like to have a good time, guys. I told Eric and Dave's RC Friday night, somebody was talking about changing their name on the wheel or something. I told him I was going to change my name to Stud Muffin. I got a big laugh out of that. Ain't no telling what you liable to hear from me. Why has it been 2 months since you've flown, Wild Bill? I went flying last Sunday and I went flying yesterday. Stud Muffin. Eric and Dave's RC, they got a big laugh out of that. That's why you keep coming back, Spencer. Because it's some good shit. Oh, me. Guys, you know I like to have a good time. I like chit chat, say crazy stuff, funny stuff. It's all about having fun. I'm 64 years old and I'm having a blast. Single, living a dream. Ain't tied down. That's the good part. I ain't tied down. Do what I want to do when I want to do it. I ain't got to ask nobody. What do you mean fixed wings only? I don't fly drones or anything. I fly prop planes. I got a few jets, but I don't fly them much. Mostly I fly prop planes. Warbirds, trainers, high wings, mid wings, 300 extras. You can go into my channel and look at different flights I put out. I fly anything from, I think the biggest wings spread I've got is 59. Got some 51s, 47s, 43s. I got some 1 millimeter. Got some 30-inch warbirds. I fly all kinds of stuff. But they're mostly props. I love prop birds, period. I ain't down in jets, not at all. I think it'll be fun. I've got two 50 millimeter jets and a MiG 15 jet, and that's all the jets I've got. I've got, I don't know, over half a dozen warbirds at scale. Buy a small Viper. I got two of them, Bill. I bought one and built it, and I won another one off the Guniac show. I got one still in the box, still in the shipping box. They never took out. I won from Guniac show. Guniac went live right before my show started. I'm gonna get Victor to give him a good old Yankee dime kick. They got a Zoom room open tonight. Brian, I didn't know they had Zoom tonight. Dave Marshall goes, he does one Friday nights, I think after Dave's RC show. I didn't know they had one tonight. Oh, okay. I do the live show on Sunday night, and that's Friday night Zoom is really too close for me to go on really do a show on Sunday. So I'm trying to get prepared to go flying on the weekend And last Sunday I went flying all in the same day and went live too that night. Didn't have enough time to prepare. So this week I went flying on Saturday, so I didn't have time to set up my Zoom for my live stream for tonight. But it all works out. I want it to be fun instead of something I've got to do or have to do, make it feel like work and I don't enjoy it. Well, I'd rather it all be fun for everybody that comes in. The chat hangs out. Clarksville, about an hour and a half, 2 hours from Clarksville. Spencer. Last time I was in Clarksville, I was on my Honda CBX on a trip to Illinois and Indiana, back down to Louisville, and back down to Tennessee. We done a 500-mile road trip in 2 days. And I was on a 1980 black CBX 6-cylinder inline Honda. I might be 2 hours away from Clarksville. It's a good little ways from me where I live. So I'm on the northeast side of Nashville, near the Kentucky line. Lawrence, where's that at, Spencer? Exactly. We used to work in Clarksville. Kansas. Look up 231 and Highway 25 in Tennessee, and it's right there on the corner. Bar is. It's called Mason's Place. I was out by there last night. There was probably 35 motorcycles out front, Harleys. It's a partying little bar on the weekend. That's it. Mason's Place. It's 231 North at the junction of Highway 25. And that's probably about 6 miles from where I live. I can meet you there for a drink. I'll buy the first round. You need to, so I'm about out. You heard that song? Blue Moon. drinking in a smoke-filled bar. There you go. Cheers. I go down at the bar and I usually get in trouble. Now, these bars don't close at 2:30 in the morning. I come back last night at the flying field, and I thought, well, there's another big restaurant and bar around the corner from Mason's place, and all these fire trucks, polices had traffic blocked. And I thought, well, some drunks pulled out and got hit. But what it was a Volkswagen, a late model Volkswagen Beetle, a red one. It sat there on the side of the road and burnt to a crisp, burnt up. And they was waiting on the car hauler to come in there and get it. I figured that some drunk come out of the Kellers down there and got T-boned, but it wasn't. That's about 8:30 last night. I got home. Whenever I popped in Pilot Ryan's show, that's about when I got home last night. It's about 8:30, 8:35, I guess. Two ERC, that's too early. People, they don't, around here in Tennessee, they don't get out till that time of night. The bars need to stay open to closing time. If I'm drinking, I never was the one to drink at home. I never did like to drink at home. Never growing up. I had to be out and about. I had to be in a bar and drinking. That was just me. And that was my life, drinking in bars. But to my later years now, I don't mind drinking at home. I let all my sons drink at home, keep from them getting out, getting in trouble, getting DUIs and shit. I've got 2 refrigerators in my home, and I let my 2 youngest sons, they used to stockpile my refrigerator full of beer, vodka, and whiskey, and they'd sit in their bedroom and get drunk. I'd much rather have them here at home getting drunk than out costing them a DUI, so many days in jail, all that shit. So I let my boys drink at home. And next to the youngest son, I got him out of jail one time for drinking. But my youngest son, he drank like a fish here. But I never had to go get him out of jail. But my middle son, I got him out one time. They're both good kids. I was a good dad to them. Just rather have them at home knowing they're safe. They're going to drink anyway. When I was 14 years old, I was buying whiskey at the 31W liquor store. I'd walk in. If you looked like you're 16, they'd say you anything you wanted. I mean, kids is going to drink. I mean, you can't stop them. We had a bootlegger He'd go buy a half pint of whiskey for $1.50, turn around and sell it to us kids for $5 and had it in the trunk of his car. All we had to do was walk over in a certain section of town, which wasn't real kosher. We'd go over and see him. He'd pop the trunk up, but we'd give him our $5, and we'd go back with 2 half pints in our back pockets. You can't stop them. I was the same way when I was young. Yeah, I've got moonshine sources here in Tennessee too. Most of it's made up Union Hill, up around Moss, Tennessee. They also make meth up there, and you're liable to get shot if you go up there knocking on people's doors. Yeah, moonshine in Tennessee ain't like what it used to be. Best I ever drank come out of Sevierville, Tennessee, just this side of Smoky Mountains. We used to take a quart of moonshine in a mason jar, and I could get drunk off of it probably 5 times and get a friend drunk off of it too. That's clear. Back in the day, we used to buy it for $12 a gallon. Now that it's outrageous to buy nowadays. You can't afford to buy it no more. My dad used to keep a gallon of moonshine in the deep freeze year round. Yeah, moonshine, you sip on it. You don't want to drink it fast. Not a good thing. I've seen people lose their jobs, lose work, be out of it for 2 and 3 days at a time. The moonshine comes out of Tennessee. It's probably 110, 130 proof. I drank some one time at a horse farm that they brought out of the barn, and I sipped on it, and it burnt my throat. It burnt. I could feel it burning going down in my stomach. Then, then my stomach started burning, and I knew then that I got a hold of the wrong stuff. It was in the summer, and it was hot. It would take your breath. That was some rough stuff. When it burns, and it burns all the way down, then burns in your belly. You got to hold some moonshine. I was born and raised here in Tennessee. I know all about moonshine. I've been around it all my life. My father, he rabbit hunted with a game warden here in Tennessee, and my dad was getting moonshine from the game warden, but before my daddy would drink it, the game warden would take it to the government facility, to the lab, and have it tested, make sure it was good and clean before my dad ever got a hold of it. So we always had good moonshine to drink. My dad and them, he would hide whiskey. My dad hid quarts of moonshine in the woods under a log. And as they hunted through the winter, he knew that it was under those logs that he put back in there a year ago. And they revisit the place to rabbit hunt or whatever. And my dad would go get all of them guys together and bring out them jars, and they drink moonshine while it's hunting. Never goes bad. Yeah, moonshine is not for everybody. It's people who's never drank it before will say, "Wow, that's something else." You sip on it. I mean, you take a sip and you wait a while. If you start chug-a-lugging moonshine, you're gonna regret it because it's very potent. Oh, it's worse than Everclear ever was. Everclear ain't got nothing on moonshine. Mm. Guys, I've been streaming 99 minutes. I think I'm gonna close up shop. Maybe I'll get that park zone, the wildcat flight out for y'all to watch. I got it rebuilt and it's flying, so I still got to do a little bit more work on it. I got to fix the elevator in it. I got to get some more throw and take all the trim on my radio. So I got it maxed out right now. All right, radio control classifieds. Glad to meet you, buddy. I'm gonna take the trim completely back out of my radio because I've got it maxed out on up elevator, and I didn't have no up on it. I couldn't do anything with it my first flight, but I got it landed. And what I did, I took the push rod and I adjusted it up to the second hole from the end and left the radio the same. And I could whip it around after that, but it's still not right. So got to keep it going. Maybe next week we'll have the hot tub confessions guy or the back seat taxi confessions. Never know. Any of y'all guys want to be guests on my show, let me know. Hit me up on Facebook Messenger. Get a hold of me some which way. Y'all welcome. Come on the show if you want to. I've enjoyed it. Had a good time, guys. Think I'm going to shut it down. Been going 101 minutes. So everybody say your goodbyes. I appreciate y'all coming by. Had a good time. Have a drink on me, guys. Later, Pilot Ryan. Bye, y'all.